For the past year, I've been working at Valvoline as a lube tech, and I am so done with it. My plan was to only be there for about a year, probably less than a year, but I kept being indecisive, and the things I wanted to do kept changing. So right now, I'm trying to become an electrician. That's my newest venture. I applied to an electrician apprenticeship, and if all goes well, then I'll start there around summertime, like August or July. And I'm really hoping everything works out well and I get in, I get accepted, because I'm so sick of this job and I'm so ready to leave. Originally, the reason why I started working at Valvoline was because I was kind of desperate. I believe I had just turned 20. Yeah, I just turned 23, and I felt like I wasn't doing anything with my life. And something I'd always go back to was becoming a mechanic. Like, I've always liked cars, but I didn't know too much about them mechanically. So, I don't know, I thought it'd be cool if I went and did that. Years before, I would always look at this automotive program that a community college in my city has. So I always thought about doing that, but I never took the leap and did it. But I don't know, I was kind of going through it, and I was panicking last December, when December of 2023, and I was just like, wait. I was looking at jobs. I was working at a job that I hated at the time. Wait, no, I wasn't. I was looking for jobs in the summer, and I saw that Valvoline was hiring. And I thought about applying, but I was afraid. I didn't think I was going to get the job. I was like, why would they hire me? I don't know anything. And I just never applied. And then in December, they were still hiring, or I don't know, they probably hired the people they needed and then they lost people. And in December, they were hiring again. And I applied. A few days later, I got a phone call, went in for the orientation, boom. I had the job. It was cool. But I was thinking, Valvoline can be a good starting point. I'll learn the basics, and then that'll give me a foundation, and then I can do the automotive program at that school, and I'll know at least a little bit. So that was my plan. But as time went on, I decided that it probably wasn't a good idea, because everyone I would talk to about becoming a mechanic would tell me, no, don't do it. It's a horrible idea. My dog is walking around right now. Come here. Come here. Anyway, this is my rat. But everyone I would talk to about the mechanic thing would tell me that it was horrible not to do it, that I'm going to regret it, pick a different trade, whatever. And I just didn't listen. And then eventually, as months went on, I let it get to me, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Everyone's saying it's horrible. All the videos I would watch about it, the comments would be full of people saying, don't do it, it's horrible. And, I wanted to save my back, I didn't want to have crippling back pain by the time I was 30, so I didn't do it. I was like, I'm not going to do it. And then, I believe it was, I forget what month this was, but I decided that I was going to do auto appraisal. So I was going to be in the insurance field or whatever. I thought it would be cool because it still involves cars, but I wouldn't be a mechanic, but it would still be something, automotive related, So I took a course for it for about 3 months, and I hated every second of it. It was so boring. And I just couldn't imagine doing something like that for the rest of my life. Like, it was so boring. I hated that class. It was horrible. I barely remember anything. It was just so boring. I couldn't pay attention. It was so bad. I didn't like it. Horrible. So I was like, okay, auto appraisal is not for me. I'm not going to be an appraiser. No way. I probably would have had some cool stories and seen some crazy accidents, but it was not for me. And then, I started thinking again, well, maybe I should do the mechanic thing. So then I was like, you know what? I'll just apply for a dealership too, and do the same thing I'm doing at Valvoline, become a lube tech, and then just move up there. Like, if they see that I'm motivated, they'll probably give me bigger tasks to do, and eventually I'll start moving up and become an actual mechanic and not be a lube tech for the rest of my life. So I decided I was going to apply to different dealerships and stuff, maybe even find an independent mechanic that would be willing to take me. But I didn't really put a lot of effort into it. This was around like December, so like 2 months ago. I didn't put too much effort into it. I went on Indeed and applied to a few dealerships, and I heard nothing. So I don't know, maybe it's a sign that I shouldn't have done it. But, you know, I kept doing research on becoming a mechanic and whatever, and everyone was telling me, horrible idea. I even talked to an actual mechanic who lost his finger, apparently. And he said, don't do it, it's a horrible idea. So, again, I was like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be a mechanic. Maybe I should do something else. And then for a little bit, I was thinking about going into the tech field, maybe doing cybersecurity. You know, I'd make good money, and I could work from home. It seems like it'd be pretty easy. But then again, when I think about doing anything in the tech field, it does not make me excited. It makes me feel like I'm going to be bored forever. And I feel like I don't know enough about cybersecurity or other tech jobs to be able to have a say in it. But to me, it just seems like I wouldn't like it and I wouldn't enjoy it. I mean, maybe it is the right path for me and I should give it a chance, but I don't know. When I think about it, it doesn't excite me. But I was looking into apprenticeships and things I could do on the actually, I don't remember how I started thinking about becoming an electrician, but I think I was looking at the Massachusetts State website, and I was looking at different apprenticeships that you can do, and I saw that Boston's local, their union, Boston's IBEW was looking for apprenticeships. Was looking for apprentices. So I decided to apply. And so I applied to that, and I really, really hope that it works out and I get in. Because, I don't know, it sounds cool to me, you know? And when I think about it, I feel excited, and they make good money. It takes a little bit to become a full-blown mechanic. Like, the apprenticeship program takes like 4 years to complete. So, yeah, but the starting pay for an apprentice for that union, for the union, is $25 an hour, which is more than what I'm making now. So, and you get a raise I believe it's every 6 months you get a raise. So, I don't know, by the end of the apprenticeship, I think I'm going to be making around $50 an hour or more. And yes, it's going to be 4 years from now, but I think it's worth it. I think it's very, very worth it. So I'm really, really hoping this works out. I do not want to work at Valvoline anymore. I don't hate the job, and like, I make pretty decent money for what I'm doing. Like, I make a lot above minimum wage, and it's really not a hard job. The thing that I hate the most about it is the customer service aspect of it. We are expected to, you know, go over services with customers and like sell stuff to them. And if you're not good at sales, then it's not good. Like, you're supposed to be a great salesman. That's like the most important thing to the upper management at Valvoline. So that's what I hate the most. I don't mind just working on the cars, but when I have to go and make sales and talk to people and try to convince them to get their transmission drained and filled, I hate that. I hate it so much. I hate it. So I just want to get out of there because I don't have to worry about how my numbers are or how many sales I made. Like, when I applied to Valvoline, I did not expect it to be the way that it is. You know, I did not expect to have to sell things to people. You know, I thought I was just going to be learning how to work on cars and stuff. Or learning how to maintain cars, I should say. But, yeah, I don't know. I want to watch this video later on and see what I actually ended up doing. So like right now it's the beginning of 2025. So tomorrow will be February 1st. So maybe next year, February 1st of 2026, I can go back and watch and see what I ended up doing, Hopefully I'm not at Valvoline anymore. No, I will not be at Valvoline. By this time next year, I will no longer be at Valvoline. I will be at a job that I like, making more money, and I will be happy. And I won't be having to sell services to people. The thing is, though, if I do become an electrician, right? Let's say I become an electrician, 4 years later, I complete the apprenticeship, whatever, and I'm pretty good. Maybe I'll start my own company. Maybe I'll start my own electrical business, and then I'll have to sell things to people. But at least I will be getting paid a lot of money to do that. At Valvoline, a lot of people think that the people at Valvoline make commission for the sales they make. We don't. We don't get bonuses. I know management gets bonuses, but it's not commission based. It's like it's dependent on how I believe it's how your store is doing, but no, you don't make commission for sales. So no. Managers get bonuses, but it's not necessarily for the sales that they make. So yeah. I don't know. Maybe eventually I'll make a video on working as a lube tech or working at Valvoline. But yeah. I need a career change. I need it desperately. Anyway. We're done here.